What's something you'll say here but not to people you know in real life? I still cry over my childhood dog. He was my best and only friend up until I was around 12. Every day I'd come home and hug him in order to forget a sigh about the excessive bullying I received at school. I know I should be over it by now, but I can't let go of him. I wish literally anybody would ever message me first. Feels like I always have to be the one to reach out to my friends. Not sure if it's just them not wanting to bother me if I'm busy, or they just really don't care if they talk to me or not. My thoughts are 95% me running through scenarios that have never happened and never will with myself and people I've met. No. I don't think any of my friends actually enjoy having me around or dealing with me. I wish I was taught to have boundaries and to say no. It's annoying I'm discovering this so late in life. Oh, and not to be a people pleaser. I am terrified of death. Not the event, but the concept. All learnings, memories, experience. It all just ends. You can't take it with you. I can't fathom that one day it just ends. Almost everything that I've commented. The reason why I found Reddit appealing is the anonymity. And there are tons of things I want to talk about that I can't viral. However, it is not something devastating if someone found my account. I will probably delete this account soon though. Sometimes I feel jealous when my friends are with their other friends. I know that's not right and they're allowed to have other friends. I feel like I'm socially awkward and get anxious in large groups of people I don't know. I wish people understood this instead of calling me boring, shy and quiet. I'm not that good at anything. I just do enough to get by. Then you're good at getting by. Not a bad thing at all. All the bad things you thought about me were exactly correct. I'm lazy, procrastinate, and I'm overall a bum. Yes. I have an okay job and do my best, yet I'm nowhere near the level I should be at. I disappoint myself and I don't need yours as well to pile on. Still happy though. Which is weird lol. I'm sick and I'm just going to get sicker. I'm so scared. My mother is going through it and I have to go through the same thing and I don't want to. I want help. I shoved Orbeez up my nose last year and they got stuck, so I had to go to the hospital to get them out. That I am not coping as well as it seems. This past few years have been hard. I don't like people to worry, so I keep a lot to myself. I just keep swimming lol. Edit. Thanks for adding to this, guys. There are a lot of us out there. I know I am at the crossroads and I need to decide which path to go. Damn, I do not like mental illness. Bless you all for caring. I will be fine. Thanks for the award. I'm just going through the motions. I do all my assignments. I go to all my classes. I do everything I need to do. I just struggle to feel anything about it. I have to force myself to feel things sometimes. And I worry that my lack of feeling isn't enough for my partner. And I worry about myself too. Because I wasn't always like this. I don't know what happened. Edit. Thank you all. I really appreciate the support. To the people telling me to go to therapy. I will as soon as I have time, which at this point will be summer. I guess. To the people who told me to try drugs, alcohol. I appreciate the sentiment, but no thank you. I legally can't drink anyway. I also wanted to add that I have lately been helping myself release emotions and just feel things, with a possibly odd technique, but hey. It works, and I think it's helping. Thank you all so much. I'm happiest when I'm alone. I come off like I'm a carefree person, but I'm the most paranoid person ever. I'm terrified of drawing any attention to myself or taking risks, and because of that I'm just bumbling through my life, floating from one distraction to the next, hoping it will get better but not actually trying to fix it. The reason I have bags under my eyes are because I'm a drug addict. I'm not just tired. I'm not necessarily suicidal, but I secretly hope to drop from a heart attack or get hit by a bus or something. I want to have an actual conversation about life with someone. About the stars. About a weird story for a movie I have in my head. Not about the same mundane stuff every time we talk to each other. Edit. Wow guys, I never expected so many upvotes and comments. Thank you for the awards too. Somehow reading all your comments put a smile on my face. Maybe because for the first time I shared what's on my mind and someone read it. Also, you're not gonna get the plot of my movie lol. Jessica. Your cakes taste like. I'm lonely. Edit. It's been 2 days. I went from 0 messages in the inbox to over 300. Including dozens of chat requests. It was a bit overwhelming with the responses. As they suddenly started coming it. The world isn't as big as we sometimes feel. I appreciate everyone reaching out. I am still a bit mind blown. Thank you Reddit. Today I am taking a walk with a friend and her dogs. So. Small steps. I will not attend your funeral. Why can't someone be there for me like I'm there for them? Edit. Just to make some things clear, I don't hate being an empath. I just don't like or understand why don't people who say that I'm their close friend for helping them out. Just couldn't ask me once that how was I doing, am I alright, do I need any help? I'm not friendly. I'm being polite because I want you to not bother me longer than necessary. No, I'm not okay. My opinions are my own. I wish I wasn't using my phone the whole day. In real life, I never let on that I am not okay. I have perfected smiling and being bubbly when in reality I am dead inside. On here, I'm not really afraid of telling people that my life is a massive mess. I hate my job right now. My company bought a plant nearby a few years ago. And in January 2020 announced they were closing it. I was assigned the task of dismantling some of the plant and shipping it to other plants around the world. While my soon-to-be unemployed co-workers watch and help. It makes me feel like a complete piece of. I've made fake scenarios in my head where my friends have died and I'm crying and remembering the fun time we had. While they are perfectly healthy. I was ARPed by my best friend as a kid. Although it goes against the post's question. I had a mental breakdown and told my family and they called me a liar and didn't believe me. I can't play through games blind anymore. I need to have a walkthrough map open. I know what I am to everyone. An afterthought or something to use when needed and then discarded. I am not oblivious to what is said about me or what happens when I am not around. And it makes my heart ache because there was once a time that I felt surrounded by love. And the only time I have been touched at all in the last couple of years was a hug from my ex because our animals had died. The thought of having to work a job the rest of my life depresses the out of me. I can't believe that this is the reality for me and most humans and there's no way to escape it from it. I wish I could say I don't find you interesting at all. I don't hate you but I also don't want anything to do with you. I have a very bad feeling I am purposely faking depression and that I'm just an idiot looking for attention. Once I get a stable job, move out and get financially stable, I plan on cutting contact with my family. They are just too toxic to deal with. I'm set to inherit a sizable amount of cash and my parents will, but if I cut contact with them and they decide to cut me out of the will, then that's alright with me at this point. I am going into grade 12 with no idea what I want to do with my life and on top of that my grades will never be good enough to do anything meaningful. Edit. I just want to thank everyone who replied with your advice, it has really helped me de-stress about all of this. Lily, I left the group because I have feelings for you. Almost nothing. I don't like using my voice in real life. And I'm afraid of posting stuff on social media. It took a lot of courage to post this. Thank you to whoever decided to read this. Edit. Thank you to everyone leaving nice comments and rewards. That I don't have any true friends. My friends are just people I kinda get on with. that the reason I don't give most friends a way to contact me or any of my social media isn't because I don't trust them or something. I just have this thing where I keep accidentally ghosting people. I forget to answer my messages all the time. And even have most disabled. And I never want them to think I'm ignoring them. I just genuinely dislike getting notifications and having to look at my phone so much. My depression's reached a level of I would rather hit the bottom than actually stopping the fall. I know you take advantage of me. And I'll let you. Not because I am stupid but because I am lonely. Being nice all the time is. I generally try to make it a rule to not say anything to someone on the internet that I wouldn't say to someone IRL. People on the internet are still real even if you can't see them. I hate falling in love. I'm not single because I don't want to invest in a relationship. But because I hate to put expectations on another person. I don't know. I feel that I create an image in my head when I crush on someone. And invest too much energy maintaining that idea rather than appreciating the person in front of me. Besides, I don't want to hassle someone with my emotions. Only I am accountable for how I feel. It's something I'm trying to work on. I never read your mom. It was a joke. Edit. I honestly from the bottom of my heart sincerely don't give a. I plan to shoot myself if it got decided I should join the military. Legal gun ownership is hard to get where I live so I waited for the day I would get the application letter. If I died somewhere else my mother or some innocent bystander child wouldn't have to see my body. Fortunately I was too underweight to join. I feel like I'm in a constant limbo. I'll be 30 in less than a year's time and I still have no idea what I want to do with my life. I feel like the train has left the station and all the vague dreams I have for my future have long passed me by. I feel stuck and don't know what the hell I should do or where I should even start. And the more I think about it, the more frustrated I become. Because I just can't seem to bring myself to start something. Anything. I'm just pretending to be alive. Basically. And it makes me sad. Sometimes I feel like I'm not real and everything around me isn't real. Like I'm daydreaming. I can do anything I would normally do but inside I'm fighting off that feeling. For TGE last 7 years I have derealization depersonalization disorder and believe me when I tell you that. Is swear words. Usually in front of kids I of course limit it naturally. But in front my ancient relatives? I basically would get disowned. IDK why they take it so seriously if it's not in public or in front of little kids. Come on even the 8-year-old called you ahead. I'm deathly afraid of displeasing people. Literally for no reason. Even people I don't like. I always need social gratification. Even though it plays no part in how I truly feel about myself. I'm depressed. I got some bubble wrap. You like bubble wrap? Exclamation point. Pop. 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 I'm a cribby. Honestly, the only people I hide my opinions from are co-workers because we have to all work together. Otherwise my online personality is me. I just say things more blatantly online. I still speak my truth in person, but it might be more guarded or soft-balled. I've never told anyone except my sister that I prostituted myself from the age of 7 to 10. A male relative would pay me for sex acts. At 10 years old, I knew it was wrong and put an end to it. My poor sister was not so forceful and the abuse continued as a teenager. I was not aware he was abusing her too. We might write a book about it. I can see the title now. I was a 7-year-old hooker. OMG. Semicolon. Believe it or not, I am a pretty well-adjusted adult. Been married for 38 years. Stable job. No drugs. My sister has done well too, except for difficulty with husbands. She is currently on number 3. You weren't prostituting yourself. You were being abused and bribed to stay silent. You sound like a strong individual to make a happy life for yourself out of such a terrible situation. I understand zero of what NFL commentators are saying. I'm American. Have been watching football for over 15 years. No idea what an play option or a screen pass is. Nobody in the NFL explains anything. They just assume every viewer has played at the college level or above. The MLB during the World Series is a great example of educating the viewer. I wish the NFL was more instructional. If you can't breathe wearing a mask, maybe it's because you're too out of shape or overweight. My dad is asthmatic at 65. He's overweight and a fairly heavy drinker. It's safe to say he isn't exactly in peak health. And yet he can wear a mask just fine. I am sorely attracted towards some of my relatives. I don't know you. I consume massive amounts of media, books, movies, shows, YouTube, etc. I love you. I love you too. Him for using me and emotionally manipulating my feelings. His family for tolerating his acts. I'm a vegan. And I love it. I know there's a meme about vegans always making sure everyone knows. But I live in rural Texas and many people would make unnecessary remarks. So I hide it and enjoy it. No one wants to see pictures of your ugly baby. I think if you publicly describe yourself as an empath or include your Myers-Briggs INTFENFJFLJT code in any social media bias, you're probably a flake and exhausting to be around. Empathy is a basic human trait. Stop acting like you exist on some higher plane of being because you feel things more deeply than other people. And acting like your Myers-Briggs code unlocks some kind of mystery about who you really are as a person is as stupid as thinking your entire personality hinges on your horoscope. I don't say these things out loud because it describes half the people on my social media. I love wearing male thongs. Also, I like to help people anonymously. I make PRN games in my spare time. It's not like I'm ashamed. Quite the opposite. It would just be awkward to share it with most of the people in my life. I see your racist and ignorant posts on social media and I've often wondered what you truly think of me. I'm a minority. And some of the worst things I've seen have been from pastors, Christians, and people I knew from Bible college. Did you hate me the whole time? Do you think less of me? Were all those missions trips you took just for show? Or do you not see the irony here? SX is gross. A friend told me it's a phase and IDK if it is or not, but it's the kind of thing I don't normally tell random people on the street. As in Azul, I agree. Hey, just be sure to not beat yourself up about it if it isn't just a phase. I've had about 8 crushes and did not say my feelings to any of them. When people praise me, at the back of my mind I'm disgusted because I kind of think of myself as someone who is undeserving of any praise and attention. My family is not fun to be with while in quarantine and may be toxic to each other. Well, in summary, all of them are waiting for each other to change, but none of them are changing at all and just hurting each other more and more after every fight argument, and I'm petrified to become one of them, but since I was born into that kind of environment already, I think I'm already one of them. I think I am a biromantic homozool, but I'm not yet sure if that is correct term. But somehow it feels right. And you know what? If someone's going to mislabel me, it's going to be MEPS. Thank you for the upvotes, comments and self-esteem boost. All political beliefs are BS and are just getting in the way of technological and societal progress over os IEHAT he said otter PE apple BEQs. Insert reason. Frick the right and the left. Politics is the way in which we organize how society should be run. Everything is political. What we consider to be progress is the easiest underhand you could give to someone when you try to claim that there are non-political goals. As long as we live as social beings, which is all of recorded human history, we have to determine what we believe to be just. My so has gained a bunch of weight since we met and I've almost entirely lost all physical attraction to them. Problem is I love them and it would hurt them too much if I ever expressed this. Created an account just to say this because some people around me know my account. Just off. Stop bullying me. I may look like I'm fine with it, but I'm not. A large proportion of people who claim to be transgender are talking. In the past year I've lost about 12 kilograms/27 lbs. People compliment on it because they think I work out. I do enjoy my new body. But I actually lost weight because the stress of my long-term girlfriend cheating, leaving me, and my increasingly strained relationship with my father. Cross-dressing would be fun. Cute dresses look awesome. I hope you get to wear your fave dresses. I think I use weed to medicate my anxiety and paranoia. I'm 29. I have no friends. I'm single. Not planning or thinking to date someone, and I don't like anyone. I just like myself. I think I'm horny 24/7. I hate I'm pretending that I like you all. I don't. Leave me the alone. I'm only semi-comfortable to communicate with a keyboard. I have been actively following politics since the last 1 or 2 years. I have completely lost faith in humanity after learning and reading about what actually has been going on in this world. I have become so pessimistic to a point I go through existential crisis sometimes. I just cannot handle the fact that because of some selfish, materialistic, egoistic, divide and conquer minded powerful person's decision, millions of people are living in poverty. And they should be getting a chance to learn that there is more to life than just struggling to get by your day. Edit. Suicidal stuff. I still want to have a career and all that, Specifically an elementary school teacher. About to graduate from undergrad in summer. But part of me really wants to be a mix of a trophy-wise housewife type but still be a school teacher. My hypothetical husband doesn't have to be a millionaire, but make enough for us to be comfortable. He doesn't have to be a super old man, but maybe 5 to 10 years older. This past year in COVID I finally learned how to cook and picked up more chores around the house. And I have loved it. It's made me want to be someone who has a home cooked meal ready when my partner gets home from work. And look as cute as I can while doing it. I've been daydreaming about this for the past year, but haven't told anyone in fear they will think it's silly or shallow. Perhaps I have rewatched WandaVision one too many times. I don't give up about any of you. We are just work colleagues, not friends. Stop trying to tell me all about your lives. I don't care. The reason I am private about my life is because none of it concerns you. It's my business. I do not like any of you. Most things. I was recently diagnosed with borderline personality disorder. It's great that I finally have a reason for all my mental struggles. But I feel like I'm more aware of them now. I hate it. And I hate that there's so much stigma around mental health. I told my managers about it and asked if they could be gentler with me and they didn't seem too ecstatic. I just need someone to understand for once. My meds make me break out like hell. And I've gained 20 pounds because of a depression streak. I'm also super dysmorphic right now. I hate everything. I hate my body, I hate my face, I hate it. I wish I had more people. I have my boyfriend and I love him to death and he has helped me so much. But I hate pouring everything on him. I'm struggling silently at the moment. I help others before I help myself. I wish I could be happy for one day. No. I'm not fishing for attention. Some of you in the comments sound like absolute S. I sympathize with those who have to put up with your bull. I feel like I'm losing my social skills in isolation during the pandemic. I don't understand ambition. At all. I've drifted through my life fairly successfully but never really had goals or drive to be a certain thing or achieve a certain thing. When someone suggested something that they thought should be a goal I just went along with it as I had no ideas of my own. I do have things I like to do. Like travel, impossible now, or play video games etc. But ambition to achieve a certain level in my job or training to complete a marathon or some such? No. I don't get it. A lot of people in my family are users. Thankless leeches and ungrateful hypocrites.